I'm here with Hamzah Sheeraz. I'm reporting on behalf of Ringwalk UK Media. Hamzah, good to see you, mate. How are preparations going in the gym?
Shaun, good to see you as well, mate. How's things?
All good, thank you, brother.
Yeah, no, preparation's going well. Preparation's going well. I haven't got a date or nothing yet. I'm just taking over in the gym with Will Jones, learning little things, just working on the weaker things, really. You know, just inside game, a bit of your outside game, and mental stuff as well. But yeah, man, I'll have hopefully in the next 2 weeks there'll be a big announcement, not a fight announcement, but there'll be a big announcement. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to a change of scenery and a good change of things as well. But obviously alongside Will Jones as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Last time out, another win, another stoppage inside the distance. It was a tough opponent in Pito, and that's 6 stoppages on the bounce now. How confident are you right now as a fighter?
Yeah, no, listen, going back on that performance, it was a good performance, but I wouldn't say it was my best because in the first round, I messed up both my hands, but obviously no one knew that, and I didn't tell anyone. I kept it to myself because I didn't really want sympathy or nothing like that. But if I look at it from that point of view, I still in the last round went out and got the job done and got the 6th stoppage that I was kind of looking for, really. But it was a good, like I said, my confidence has always been good. But when you start like knocking out, stopping people who don't really get stopped, it's like you kind of putting a statement out there and just put me in the ring of anyone, really.
It's interesting you say that about your last performance because some people maybe thought you wanted to show a different aspect to your boxing because obviously you've been blasting people out and there's a well-coined phrase about not getting paid for overtime, but some people maybe were thinking you wanted to show that you've got that tank and you've got that engine to keep going, but you looked like you could escalate through the gears at any time.
Yeah, no, my fitness was I obviously. At least it gave me the opportunity to show to people, you know what I mean? Another box ticked. That, listen, like my fight before that was against the Southpaw, that's a box ticked. And this fight now, we went 10 rounds and I even stopped during the 10th round as well. So I think in terms of engine and everything, like, there's not really no questions there because they've been, if there was any, I'd like to think that they've been answered. But yeah, listen, you got to like look at the positive things out of that performance. And like I said, it gave me the opportunity to show that I can go 10 rounds.
Yeah, and it must be nice to hear people like David Haye, Frampton on BT Sport, waxing lyrical about you. Is it difficult for you not to get carried away when you hear people like that complimenting you so much?
Yeah, I'm not really one to really like get carried away anyway. So like after the fight, I went over to them, thanked them, and this, that, the other. And yeah, listen, like advice and words of praise from David Haye and Frampton, former world champions. You can't beat it. Do you know what I mean? No matter what anyone says, you really can't beat it because at the end of the day, they're the ones who've been in the ring and they've done it themselves. They've been there, they've done it. And to be praised on a performance that I thought myself wasn't my best, it just goes to show that on one of my best days, I could be something special.
Yeah, absolutely. I think last time we spoke, we were talking a little bit about the impact of lockdown and the sort of Rocky-esque training, if you like, that you're undertaking. How has your training been since? Have you been able to get in the gym a little bit more and spar?
Yeah, because we're pro fighters, you're allowed to train in the gyms. To be fair, my regime's pretty much been normal, like how it was before. It's been normal because I've been getting letters, obviously, to show that I'm allowed to train and I'm allowed to go to do my recovery work and everything. And yeah, just like a massive shout out to Dr. E, who's my doctor. He looks after me, helps me recover in cryo chambers and everything. I've been doing a lot of work with him. I've been doing a lot of work with my physio, Manny. We've been doing a lot of work together, just like working on strengthening your hips and just, the things that you don't really think help, but at the end of the day, they make that 1%. They make them 1% that eventually add up to you making that actual difference.
Yeah. Obviously, it's been well documented, and I'm sure fighters as well as anybody else are sort of sick of talking about the pandemic and the effects of it. But it's been so tough on so many people. But you yourself, Hamzah, have faced personal tragedy through your aunt sadly passing. How are you feeling in yourself at the moment? Are you relieved that we can now maybe not pin our hopes on a date, but we can see some sort of future moving forward?
Yeah, listen, it's like you said, the hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I think we're just about seeing it now. We're just about seeing it. As long as things don't go south from here, and everyone listens to obviously the government guidelines and crack on with things. I think by summer we should be good. We should be good, and hopefully the next fight date I do get will be one in front of crowds, and I really do hope it's in front of crowds because that buzz is just different, and I miss it a lot. To be honest with you, I do miss it. Like, it's just me. I sell a lot of tickets as well. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the buzz there is unreal, and obviously health is number one priority at the minute. So as long as that's all good, hopefully, God willing, we can go ahead with crowds.
Yeah, I think everybody echoes those sentiments there. And you touched there on ticket sales, and I'm not blowing smoke here, but whoever you talk to that knows you says how much of a likable guy and a very humble chap that you are, and you've got a lot of fans, partly because of your style in the ring and partly because people want to see you do well. What would you attribute that to? Is it sort of partly your upbringing? Is it the people that you surround yourself with?
You know, I'd say it is. I'd say it's definitely that. It's a bit of everything. It's a lot of family. It's a lot of friends. And to be honest, the people who were not friends or family before, were not friends before, they're all friends now. Like every single one of my supporters, I think I know them on a personal level now. Do you know what I mean? I connect with them and I chat to them and I get to know them. And yeah, man, like it just goes to show how important they really are, how much they really make up the sport. And I couldn't be thankful enough. I couldn't be thankful enough. And obviously, social media has helped a lot. My social media following is getting a little bit bigger. And yeah, I think we're in the Asian community. They're looking for like another role model to look up to now, and someone to like lead the way. And hopefully, I can be that person and just like I said, just pave the way. Although some say it's already been paved, hopefully I can pave another route, more options, make it more diverse as well. Just not just for Asians, but just for just everyone in general.
Yeah. We've spoken before about the quality and the depth within your division, the super welters. And although the sort of current crop of British fighters, some of them are probably beyond British title level, there's some real good fighters there. Do you see an opportunity to be able to step into that sort of void and maybe pick up the British title? Is that something that's on your radar?
It's not particularly on my radar, but if the opportunity comes for the British title, I wouldn't turn it down. I'd definitely go for it. But at the end of the day, my main goal in boxing is to become a world champion. So whatever route I got to... Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Just getting a call. Yeah, so I was just saying, yeah, whatever route I got to take to get there, I'll crack on with things, whether that be British, whether that be European, whether that be international, or whatever it may be. I'll just, that's the way I got to. That's the way I got to go, and that's the way I will go and crack on with things and just full steam ahead, really.
Yeah. One potential opponent that one or two have mentioned a few times is Troy Williamson. He's a fighter that's maybe at a similar point in terms of experience, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is that a fight that you see happening, or are you just leaving it to your management?
To be fair, listen, any fights I see happening, he's a name has been thrown in the mix, and obviously there's been a bit of back and forth, so the build-up's been all right, really. But whatever names, him, whoever it may be, I really don't mind. Like I said, whoever they put in front of me, it's my job to get in there and deal with it at the end of the day. And I'm not really one to call out names. If someone calls me out, obviously I'll give a bit of back and forth because it's an entertainment at the end of the day. I mean, you have to entertain. You can't be boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, anyone they put in front of me, no names in particular, I'll just get in there and do my thing.
Yeah. I noticed recently on one of your social platforms that it was like a memory, a throwback to when you sparred Kiko Martinez.
Yeah.
I just wondered, are there any other sort of interesting sparring stories that you've had, and how difficult has it been to get decent sparring partners given the situation?
To be fair, I think he's the biggest name I've sparred, in all honesty. And I sparred him when I was 17, so that was ages ago. And I sparred him over in Spain. And the thing I remember sparring him was when I must have been about 65 kilos. He must have been about the same when he come across the ring. I didn't think he realised my age. He thought I was a lot older, and he just cracked me with a jab across my nose. And I will never forget that shot. I'll never ever forget that shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, I think he is the biggest name. I've been asked this question before, but I ain't really said he's definitely the biggest name I've sparred. Listen, sparring, there's loads of sparring available, but at the end of the day, there's no big names. But hopefully we have this interview again in I'd say 2-3 months. It'll be a totally different answer, and I can give you a lot of names, the route I want to take and the route I will be going down, hopefully, when I make this announcement.
Yeah, okay, I look forward to it. It's a common question that boxers get asked. Obviously, a lot of boxers have got an affiliation with a football club. You're obviously an Arsenal fan. Do you dream of
Yep.
fighting at the Emirates? And
Yeah,
if
100%.
if you had the choice, would you prefer the Emirates or to fight in a big venue in America, in Vegas?
I'd say fight in the Emirates for a world title. That would be my dream. I ain't really said it, but that would be my absolute dream. Do you know what I mean? Imagine a packed out Emirates and you have all the footballers there. You have everything. It'll be a dream come true fighting for a world title, winning it there.
Yeah. Say someone picks up the phone and says they're going to make Usyk versus Joyce at White Hart Lane and offered you to be on the undercard. What would you say?
I'd say how much you're getting paid. No, yeah, I'd fly. Listen, I'd fly at the opportunity because it'd be a big card to go on as well. I mean, it'd be a big card to go on. But as soon as I do my job, I'll be running out of
there. Fair enough. I've seen some of your training clips, and your developing and your strength is there for all to see. You can see you're a big lad. Are you still comfortable making super welter? And I know I ask you this all the time, but
yeah.
you make it comfortably still, it seems.
Yeah, obviously it gets harder each time because I'm a growing lad. But I reckon I'll make it again for the next 2-3 fights maybe. And I'd say in the future I'll definitely move up to middleweight, super middleweight, or even light heavyweight. Finish my career there. But as for now, my aim is to win a world title at light middle.
Yeah, cool. Can you tell us a little bit about your team? And a few people will have noticed last fight you had Kevin Mitchell in the corner. Can you tell us what capacity? Is it an advisory, or is he just helping out, or is he a mainstay in your corner?
No, so what is the main coach is Will Jones. He's the head coach as it stands, and obviously we got Colin McMillan advising, so he's there as well. But obviously because of the pandemic, he can't actually come into the fights. So we have him, and then I have my uncle Gogs, my uncle Armar, my dad. There's a massive team. There's a huge team. My physio, like I said, Manny, my doctor, Dr. E, my strength and conditioning coach, Annie. I just don't want to miss anyone out. I'm just thinking. There's loads of us. There's loads of us, man. And like I said earlier on in the interview, all these 1%, they really do add up. Do you know what I mean? They really do add up. And obviously, I've been fortunate enough to get Taz Khan on board, Amir Khan's uncle. He's like helping manage me outside of boxing and getting me these opportunities. Like I said, once this announcement comes out, it's obviously Taz who's been a massive help. He's been a huge help, in fact, in getting me this opportunity. Obviously, I've got sponsors on board as well via Taz. But yeah, it's a massive opportunity, and I just can't wait to announce it, really.
Yeah. I've spoken to you quite a few times, and you always come across, there's always that ethos of Team Sheeraz. You really do see it as a team effort, don't you? And that comes across quite a lot when you speak to people.
Yeah, of course, because I think nowadays too many boxers, they get in and it's always me, I've done this, it's all me. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, of course it is. A part of it is when you're in the ring, because obviously it's just you in there. But then what you got to remember, them past 10 to 12 weeks you was doing, who was helping you train, who was holding your pads, who was looking after your contracts, your sponsors and everything. And like, alhamdulillah, I've been blessed. I've had a good team with me, and I still have a good team with me. And long may it continue.
Yeah, great to hear. Finally, Hamzah, I'm going to put you on the spot. Tyson Fury v AJ, it's getting closer, isn't it? If that fight gets made, obviously there'll be a lot of excitement surrounding it. Who would you have to win that one?
I reckon. Well, actually, I'm pretty positive. I think Tyson Fury just plays with him, really. He does whatever he wants to do. If he wants to stop him, we'll stop him. If he wants to take it to points, he'll take it to points. But I think Joshua's man, like, he's perfectly made for Tyson Fury.
Great stuff. Well, all that remains is to wish you the best in the future, mate. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thank you very much, Shaun. I hope you have a good evening, mate.
No problem, mate. Take care. All the best.
Cheers. See you later.
Speak soon, brother. Thank you. Bye now.